And welcome to Magpie Farm. On today's video, we're going to be upgrading the chicken coop. Specifically, we're going to be doing two things. One, upgrading the chicken coop, and two, I think the cockerel's already very happy with the thought of that, and two, actually putting a small chicken coop in there, a commercially bought one. And the reason for that is, this is part of the runner duck project. And not only the runner duck project, but the chick project, and more on that later from Magpie Farm. So join me as I attempt to put this together. So I've got my trusty impact driver and I've got the box. So let's actually see what's in the box. And fingers crossed, all the parts are here. And we may have one added issue. It was bought from Germany. I wonder if the instructions will also be in English. Okay, well, I don't think we need this. I don't need that. Styrofoam. It's always handy. Always good to keep some styrofoam. Okay. More styrofoam? Even more styrofoam. It's not packaged so far. I like large pieces of styrofoam. Okay. That's very nifty and handy. The screws and everything are packed like this. Shouldn't lose it, at least in 10 minutes. And another large piece of styrofoam. Okay, let's have a look here then. We've got, I assume this is the egg box. I hope this isn't the roof, otherwise it's extremely small. Nope. Ah, they're numbered. This is number 14. Yep, number 14. It's numbered. Okay. Number 12. Now this looks like the... I'm getting a little worried here. Is this a lot smaller than we thought? But it's okay if it is, because this is primarily for the project, as we said earlier. And that project is based around a quarantine area, because the ducks will live with the chickens. Okay, yeah, even this is numbered. Okay, this is again a number 8. Assume these are the panels for the small run that comes with it. Oh. Okay, well, it's got staples in it holding it. The wire seems pretty tough. So I wouldn't say it's high grade wire, but it's not like some of the cheap stuff I've seen where literally you pull on it and it comes apart. Okay, we may have instructions, if I could reach them. Okay, is it my fault? Again, it's pretty well put together. I know this video is not sponsored, but it's, for those that are interested, it's a Pawhut D51-092GY. So that's D51-092GY And it's a Pawhut is the make. I'm not sure how well this would stand up to a predator that was very determined to actually get into the chicken coop. We shall see. Okay, here's the obligatory tray. I'm never a great fan of these trays, and I must say this is the only slight disappointment so far. Very, very thin sheet metal. I don't know if you can hear that, with very flimsy braces on the bottom. And a very, very little window. But again, you get what you pay for. And this was around 130, 140 euros. Yes, I could have probably made one a lot cheaper. But as many of you will know, lumber prices have just gone absolutely ridiculous. And it's time. Time is an issue at the moment. If we had the luxury that the farm had been up and running for a couple of years and the house renovations were practically complete and we had the heating installed, then happy days. But we're not in that position yet. And we probably won't be for another year or two until all those sort of areas are sort of done, really. So for now, I'm having to rely more on buying in some pre-made stuff to actually get it together, for us to be able to progress forward and get a number of the livestock that we want to get. Okay, we're slowly getting to the bottom. And I probably should have all put this out numbered. Okay. Well, I will say they're all well treated. How are they going to hold up in the weather? We'll see. Because I do intend doing a follow-up video on this. Okay. And some other bits. I read the instructions. Okay. Instructions. So, you always back in here. And these. Okay, right, and let me just give you a shot, which I think you can actually see anyway, of all the parts laid out. So there are about 20 parts-ish. And I know that because, no, I'm not very good at maths, especially. But there's a piece here with number 20 on. A moment of truth. Do we get instructions in English, Polish, or something else? Jackpot. Assembly and instruction manual. And the reason they can probably do it is because it's assemble by numbers. And that should be the finished product. We'll see. Okay, and welcome back to this chicken coop build. I'm refueled. I got my cup of coffee. This is my second cup. Let's get cracking. And voila! Not bad. Not bad at all. Good start. And the reason I wanted a lower to the ground one, even though that comes with its own risks, is because not only will this be used for a quarantine area for the ducks, but also for the chicks that we're hoping to rear. Okay, that bit's done, but there was two more. This is normally the sort of thing, if I wasn't doing a video, I'd probably forget. These pieces of wood. And where do they go? Okay, one goes along the door here. And one goes along here. But how do they go? Because I don't see any holes. No guide holes in these. 8 and 8. Okay. Isn't that going to leave a gap though? They just go on here. Doesn't say they get attached to anything. Ah, they go inside. They're perches. If I can get them in. Maybe they just go in that way, do they? I don't think so. There we go. There's one in. And there's the other. And I do like the fact you can take them out. That's going to make life easier if you need to clean them. Okay, now apparently the flimsy cleaning tray should go in. Let's have a look. And it does. Okay, and welcome back, and on to the next part of the build, which is the nesting box. Actually, I'm going to need to screw it in this way. Let's have a look. Okay, so this fits supposedly. Yes it does. And there is actually guide holes on the other side for this. Okay. We then relocated due to the heat. It was very warm, so I moved over to the shade. We're then attempting to put the roof on, and it's 4 sort of triangular shapes really that fit together with pieces of battens. This proved extremely difficult to do. Now, it wasn't just due to my lack of DIY skills. It was a pain in the backside to put together. You need 2 people to do this. So I called in the other half, and we basically managed to get it done. But even then, with 2 of us, it was a bit of a pain, to be perfectly honest. So we got to the point where it's more or less finished, and there was just then the outer area to actually do the small chicken run that came with it. Keep in mind that the reason this was got was for a stopgap measure and would come in very handy, we thought, for when having chicks and broody chickens. Because of the low level, it makes it much easier for the chicks to get in. Okay, so let's look at the finished product. And would we purchase this again in hindsight? Probably, but only because we didn't have a great deal of options due to time constraints. Is it worth the money? That is debatable. Will it survive the winter? Again, debatable without some serious retrofitting. So, there we go. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. And that completes the review of the Pawhut Chicken Coop D51-092GY. And you can get it from most places in the UK. Amazon as well do sell it if you are particularly interested. And as I mentioned, this video is not sponsored.